Why is it so expensive to develop, to innovate in medicine?
I would say that traditionally, a multinational company like the one that I work for, we've tended to think of innovation just in terms of what comes out of the labs, right? So we've thought about innovation in a traditional sense from a research and development perspective, hoping that we'll get best-in-class or first-in-class medicines. I would say in today's world, building upon the theme that Kiran has just mentioned, access becomes a very important differentiator, a very important part of innovation. And I would say that in addition to your research and development, we now need affordable medicines. We need helping with education so patients know how they think about their disease and who do they go and seek for help, and how do they take their medicines appropriately. We need better infrastructure. We need lower cost manufacturing. We need also to work with governments, as Kiran mentioned, to help ensure that there is infrastructure, that there is good first-line healthcare professionals, that there are basic clinics in many of the countries. So in many of the countries around the world, basic infrastructure to ensure good quality access to medicines don't exist.
It's a synthetic vaccines just using snippets of DNA instead of whole viruses. And you can engineer out things that could be harmful and unsafe. But it's a product that's pure DNA formulated in pure water, no chemicals, no adjuvants, no additives. And we have promoted 3 products into phase 2 efficacy testing.
Into which phase?
And it removes the cold
chain.
Phase
2. That's right. That's right. Potential to remove freezers and refrigerators during distribution.
I think basically it's really about addressing large challenges, large disease burdens, and that's where really you have to start innovating affordable drugs which everyone can access and afford. So I think that's really the challenge, and I think what is also very important here is about partnerships and collaborations. Today it's very well known that most of the important innovation is coming from small companies. And so I think there is a need to leverage all this innovation and take it to the market faster than what is happening today. And I think that's where regulatory innovation is going to play a very, very important role. You've got to be able to take on certain risks. I think we are too risk averse when it comes to drug innovation.
Now, the point that resonated with me last night is that today we reward for innovation. We don't reward for imagination. So I took that message away, and I think that's something which I'd like to correct going back.
These aren't just incremental improvements in delivery systems or in logistics.
A lot of it is. A lot of it is that, because it's pretty basic, fundamental stuff that still needs to be improved.
And I think as an entrepreneurial company, we have learned that it's important to fail. It's important to learn from your failures. And I think that's a culture which we've inculcated throughout the organization.
Clearly, clean water, clean air, better environment, better food, better nutrition. All these things are important aspects of healthier society and healthier community. So those preventive care comes first. We've learned through the last several hundred years, if you can prevent a disease or a condition, like obesity, Patrick and I were talking about obesity, if you can prevent obesity, although it may be hard to get a government payers to reimburse that, it could prevent multiple diseases, cancer, chronic heart disease, and cholesterol, and so on. But, prevention an ounce of prevention is worth pounds of cure.